It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from DC Brau, a company, a brewery from Washington, United States. It's a session IPA coming in at 4.5% ABV in a 330 milliliter can. They've got that all-important American stamp here saying that they're an independent craft brewer. I'm really pleased to have seen this on the site. It's a Brewers Association independent craft brewer. You see it in America, Australia, you're now seeing it in the UK under CIBA. And I think it's a fantastic thing because the waters were getting murky. And when I say the waters were getting murky, the big international brewers of this world were buying up smaller breweries, like Oscar Blues for argument's sake in America, and they were getting their fingers into craft beer, so they were leaving Oscar Blues do what they were doing. I'm just using Oscar Blues as an example. There was lots of other brewery kind of buyouts over the last kind of 10 years in America. But it was a case that they could carry on brewing their big, massive lagers in America, your Molson Coors and your Bud Lights and all this kind of stuff. But they were also making a profit from the craft brewers as well by having a little bit of finger in the pie there. So what happened was the Brewers Association, CIBA in the UK and Australia, they come across an idea to put a little stamp here on the side of the can. So when you buy this beer, you know it's from an independent brewer. There's no money making its way to the big corporate companies of this world. Let's get this out into a glass and see what we get. They're rich enough, aren't they? They're rich enough. They don't need any more money. It's not as if they can't go out and buy another suit. Can't afford to buy another suit. I mean, they've got plenty of money. It's an amazing thing, isn't it? Greed. What an amazing thing it is. Let's get this beer out into a glass, see what we get. It's almost as if all of the world's money has to go to the 5% of the population that are making money in this world. And nobody else is allowed to make any money. One finger, white head, slow moving carbonation. Hazy straw coloured beer. Looks very, very good. This is my second beer from DC Brau. The beer was kindly sent to us by our channel sponsor, beersofeurope.co.uk, the largest online beer store in the UK with a fabulous range of beer from all around the world. If you live in the UK, because it is UK only, check the link out in the website below. In the description box below for beersofeurope.co.uk. Now that's out of the way, let's get the aroma on the beer. Ooh, is it such a lemon, orange peel, grapefruit? This is kind of, on the aroma alone, I'm picking up like a classic American West Coast style. Smells really good. Spicy, peppery, a little bit of sweetness. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Great drinkability, fantastic drinkability, a really clean, dry finish to the beer. Spicy and peppery, carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. It's very dry, but it's got a lemon and lime flavour to go with that dryness, and that's coming from, of course, the American hops used in the beer. It's very good. It's got a bitterness that just keeps on climbing. It's strange because session IPA in the UK generally means it's almost like a softness now, like a golden ale, where there's not too much of a bitterness coming through. But this beer has got a bit of a bitter kick to it, which I really like. It's a bit of a hark back to classic styles of the early 2000s in the American beer market. But fantastic drinkability for that 4.5% ABV. I could drink a ton of this. Absolute ton of this. I can imagine sitting on the steps of the Washington building. If there's any steps there, I don't know. I've never looked. I've never been. But I imagine if there's steps in front of that great big White House building, I'd like to sit on those steps and gaze in beyond the gates and wonder what's going on in there with a can of this session IPA. The security guards would probably think I'm just an old drunk sitting on the steps of the the White House there, wondering what he's doing. Why is that drunk talking to a camera? But lovely beer, great lacing, great head retention. Have a look at that beer as I'm rolling it round in the glass. Very, very good quality stuff there. Really good. Brewed and canned in Washington by DC Brau Brewing in session until the 1950s. Congress would often adjourn before July in an effort to avoid the high humidity and sweltering temperatures that overwhelm the capital during the summer months. Only with the introduction of modern air conditioning would Congress be in session year-round, though the tradition of a summer break has continued as August recess. Can't fault it. Can't fault it. Enjoy yourselves. Have a month off. I mean, you work hard all year, don't you? Making those hefty decisions. Contains barley, wheat, hops and yeast. Imported to the UK by Heathwick Limited. Yeah, I like it. I really like it. Yeah, let's have a look. It's something that I think deserves to be in a 6-pack. I think this beer is a session beer. I hope they sell it in a 6-pack. I hope when you get to Washington, you get to pick this up in a 6-pack, because I can just imagine. I've never been to America. I've got to change it. I've really got to change the fact that I've never been to America. It makes me sad. I'm 42, nearly 43. And you get to my stage in life where the kids are still going through school. And you just wondered if you're ever going to get there. You just wondered if you're ever going to get to see I've seen most of Europe. I love Europe. Germany, Belgium, France. I've been all over the place. Poland, Czech Republic. Love Europe. But I've never been that way. I've never, like, Wales, Ireland. Been to Ireland, but never kind of like headed in that direction. West over to across that big Atlantic Ocean and made my way to America, and then, like, I don't know, spent a few months there. Brazil and Canada. Oh, I'd love to have a look. I can only imagine what a great time I'd have drinking American craft beer in America. Maybe one day the dream will become a reality. Maybe one day we will get out there. I'd like to take the kids, but that's the whole thing though, isn't it? You take the wife, you take the kids, it's very expensive. You go on your own, yeah, it's not too bad, is it? But anyway, rating for this DC Brau in session India Pale Ale, 4.5% ABV. It looks very good. Great carbonation, great look to the beer, great aroma. A little bit of sweetness now coming through in the aroma, but lovely beer, lovely beer. There's a little bit of sediment there if you look at the bottom of the glass. But I like this. I like it enough to give it An 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. I like that traditional kind of American bitter hit on the back end of this. It's really cool. 8 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.